and silver, the seas burn gold, stories of plenty that were never told, taken from mountains, stolen from shore. Now they are ours forevermore. Light breaks through, shadows fall. The truth was hidden, now we see it all. We are living like we're free, boundless skies and endless sea. Every lie has come undone. The dawn is here, the day is
Good evening, friends. How are we all? Hope you're all good. It is Monday night. I'm going to play some songs, have a wee chat. Won't be a long show, about half an hour long, probably maximum. And we'll see where we get to.
they gaze with envy, eyes from the south, whispers of hunger.
Scotland, good evening, social media land. I hope you are well. It is Monday, the 22nd of September 2025. Welcome to Monday Night Radio Saorsa, Scotland's voice unchained and unafraid. We all believe in a Scotland that speaks for itself, a Scotland that does not wait for permission, a Scotland where people lead the way, where politicians debate fiercely for a better Scotland inside of Holyrood, but unite under one banner with the people and with each other for the greater good of liberty. And we are here for the liberty of our nation, where we control our own wealth and resources to create a better future for every Scottish person. How are we all tonight? Kieran, I will drag you in a second, okay? Just so you know, Kieran's going to come in and have a wee chat about something. I'm just going to give him the floor later, and he's going to come in and speak. So yes, I saw Henry there, I saw Eddie there, I saw Lisa there, I saw Michael there, I see Eddie again there, I see Hashbury there, I see everybody there. This is great. Thank you everybody for coming along tonight. A couple of wee things that I want to talk about tonight. One of them is going back to the Palestinian thing, and then we're going to talk a bit about SNP rebels. Then we're going to play a couple of songs, and then we're going to talk about 15 minutes of activism again. Alright, so we're going to do all of that, all in the next half hour, 40 minutes or so. Then I'm going to tell you what I've been doing today as an experiment to actually make things a little bit more interesting as well. First of all, before we go forward, let me quickly drag Kieran up and into the green room. There you go, that's him in there now. Please don't speak to me just now, Kieran, because my ear will hear you in that green room and it will be distracted. Stop whispering sweet nothings into my ears. Okay, honestly, what you like. Shocking behaviour. Right, so we know that the UK recognised Palestine as a state today, but did you know what conditions, it was yesterday actually, do you know what conditions they put on it for it though? The UK government has made extensive demands on the Palestinian Authority and on what future the Palestinian state, what a future Palestinian state should look like. It must be demilitarized. Okay, no military whatsoever. At all. Right, okay. It must be demilitarized, no military whatsoever. He has indicted, this is done by, who was it? Somebody Falconer said this, to the Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. He has, however, indicted that he envisages a continuing role for the Palestinian security forces, which encompasses the government's police and military. That's nice. Elsewhere, Palestinian Authority has agreed to implement sweeping reforms. Abbas has pledged to hold national elections. What I'd like to know is when the United Kingdom will stop funding, stop giving weapons to intelligence to the Israeli state that's caused all this. This is nothing at all of what would be expected for anybody else. You know, it is utterly disgraceful. It is, I'm not going to say publicly exactly how I feel about this because it wouldn't be respectful. Okay. Good thing is John Swinney was down there, our First Minister, waving the flag and basically getting right up in amongst it all, which I think is the right thing to do, to basically show, hey, look, solidarity. We want a sovereign state. We're not a sovereign state right now. We can't actually be independent because of these wankers as well. Okay, so we know what it feels like, brother. Except we're not getting the shit bombed out of us. We're not having our children getting blown apart. We're not being starved by another nation. We're not having the water cut off, the electricity cut off. Okay, that doesn't happen to us. Okay, anyway, that was really bad ramble. What are we going to do? I am going to play a jingle. In fact, wait, where is my guide here? Oh yes, I am going to play a jingle and then we're going to play a song and then I'm going to bring Kieran in And then once we brought Kieran in, we will have him speak about, I don't even know what he was going to speak about. We're just going to make this up as we go along. We'll just have him speaking. Anyway, let's play a wee jingle and then we'll play a song. Which one should we play? We will play this one. Radio Saorsa, bringing you creamy, chocolatey sounds through the night.
We walk through the echoes of battles long past, footsteps still ringing, the die has been cast. The voices of giants still call out our name, their words in the silence still whisper the same. Oh, we carry the flame, we carry it high, a light in the dark, a hope in the sky. Not one hand alone, not one heart apart. If we stand together, we make a new start. The road isn't easy, the weight isn't small. Too long we've been waiting, too often we fall. But the truth doesn't waver, the stars do not lie. This land is our own, we don't need to ask why. And if we should stumble, if shadows should arise, we reach for each other, we open our eyes. No chain can still thunder, no lock holds the sea, no power can silence a people set free. Oh, we carry the flame, we carry it high, a light in the dark, a hope in the sky. Not one hand alone, not one heart apart. If we stand together, we make a new start. So let history judge us by what we have done, not the dreams that we spoke of, but the fights that we won. A nation united is stronger than steel, a promise kept burning, a future made real. Oh, we carry the flame, we carry it high, not for the past, but the years still to rise. A voice in the silence, a fire in the cold, a country together, a story retold. Not one hand alone, not one heart apart. Scotland will rise if we play our part.
Okay, dokie. Where's my camera gone? Oh, there's my camera. Brilliant. Do you know something? I've got these buttons all set up here, right? And when I push camera 1, it always opens up a Google Chrome page. And it's really distracting because I'm going, where's my notes gone? Where's my notes gone? It's crazy. I'm just going to do a quick sound check with our Kieran. Kieran, can you hear me? You'll need to unmute yourself, and I'll need to... Oh, hang on, I have to put my headphones on first, otherwise I can't hear you. Oh, that's crap. There we go. Yes, I can hear you, but nobody else out there can hear you. Yeah, that's you live now, mate. You people out there in the world can hear you. So I've got Kieran on. I should not call him young Kieran because he's got the brain of a 40-year-old, which is basically 30 years older than mine, which is great. But the good thing about Kieran is that he, like many of us, you cut him and he bleeds all tires, and we're very much embedded in the movement, and we've been at a TWEEDDALE amendment meeting this evening, haven't we, good sir? Hold on.
Yes, we have.
Oh, there you go. Now you're speaking. That's good. I thought we'd lost you there for a second. Yeah, no, it was quite an inspiring meeting. For those that don't know what the TWEEDDALE thing is about, let me just take this wee headset off. This is an amendment to John Swinney's resolution for independence coming up at conference. This is John Swinney said, we're going to do all this, okay, to fight for independence in the coming election. And then you have activists that, live and breathe independence that will go, actually, this might work better. So what we do, because we're a democratic party, aren't we, Kieran? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're a democratic party, we go and debate these things, talk about these things, and then we vote on them, and then we're supposed to enact them. So one of the most important amendments, this is the TWEEDDALE one. It's the one that I'm going to recommend that my branch back 100% because it allows for a plebiscite and in the coming election on the list. And how do you feel about that as a whole, Kieran, using the list as a plebiscite?
Well, I completely agree with it. There is precedent for using it. We did approve of it being used as a plebiscite in 2023 under Hamza Youssef in his first annual conference. Conference agreed to using the next election, 2026, as a de facto referendum on independence. And this amendment, the TWEEDDALE amendment to John Swinney's resolution, complements that dearly and really makes sure that 2026 is the independence election.
What I think though, right, okay, is so many people are like, oh my God, you can't do that. It's going to stop this from happening. I'll never be able to vote SNP 1 and 2. But people that want to vote SNP 1 and 2, even though I have argued against it for so long, if people wanted to vote SNP 1 and 2, it would make a bigger impact to the movement to show that Scotland wanted independence if those people that wanted to vote it did. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very fair. It is. The SNP is a pro-independence party. We all know this. If people feel more comfortable doing both votes SNP, they are very free to do so because the amendment covers every single independence party. It's a vote for any indie party. It's a vote for independence, and that is what it should always be and what it will always be.
I think that do you know something? It's uncomfortable for me to think sometimes that people would want to vote both votes SNP. You know how I feel about this. I was one of the first people that talked to you about this a long time ago, when we were talking about how both votes didn't work. We talked about the calculation. I've done this so many times online with people, okay, that the calculation is there. And mathematically, it makes no sense to do both votes SNP if we were doing it for political gain. Okay. However, because we are doing this as a plebiscite and we want to maximise the vote and we want people to feel comfortable with it, we want to create that energy of 2014 where we're voting yes on the list, and that is the way forward for it. I'm going to have to sit back and deal with that myself and think, okay, if you want to vote both votes, go ahead and do both votes. What can I say? That's just it, really, isn't it?
I completely agree.
So, with that in mind, how do you think this is going to go? You know, I mean, we're up against it, aren't we, when we go up to Aberdeen? We've got to convince so many other delegates that this is the right way, but we've got some good people there that are doing some good things. I'm quite impressed with the TWEEDDALE lot. What do you think?
Yeah, you're not alone in saying that. It is definitely a bit of an uphill battle. I feel most amendments that go against what the party is pushing for will always be a bit harder to convince people to back. But I think with the right people, the right way we approach this, and the right way we speak about it at conference and before conference, we have the ability to make people think, hang on, why wouldn't I want to vote for independence? Why wouldn't you?
It's insane. We are the party of independence. We're also the party of government, so we've got two quite difficult jobs. We have to look after the nation and do all the right things for that, and we face criticism for that every single day in the papers, from Westminster, from the opposition, okay, even from our own activists. Mm-hmm. And then we're also supposed to be the party of activism. And sometimes I feel there's not enough activity going on in activism, you know, as a whole. We need to be doing more. And this is where people like from the TWEEDDALE branch come into it. I don't think there's enough radicalism. When I say radicalism, I'm not talking about like extreme radicalism. I'm talking about shaking it up a bit, going and doing something like this, something as clean cut as the list, you know, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more once we're finished, and we move on to something else. But yeah, how do you feel? What are we going to do other than this? Can you think of anything else other than using the list?
Well, the other strategy would be to ask for a Section 30, but I think we all know that this will never work. It only worked once, and I feel there's no point spending, what would it be, 3 years? 3 years trying to get Keir Starmer and whoever succeeds him as the Labour Prime Minister for a Section 30, and then it would be 2029 with Nigel Farage, where he will start rolling back on Scottish devolution, let alone Scottish independence.
Mm-hmm. No, Section 30, begging with cap in hand. Is that really what we want to be doing? Is that really what the SNP want to be doing? Is that really what the sovereign Scottish people, our brave people out there, want to be doing? I don't think so. Have you got anything else you want to say just now? So before I move on to go and do my next little segment, do you want to hang around and wait until the end and say something else later?
I would say take everything from this live, remember it, and when you speak to someone that you know is a member of the SNP or they're going to annual conference this October to Aberdeen, please try and convince them of the benefits of using the list vote as a way for independence.
That's a great thing to finish off with. Listen, Kieran, thank you very much for coming and hanging out. I will dump you back into the green room just now. You can hang around there if you wish, or I'll come and see you. I'm going to go and speak to the rest of the guys just now. Thank you very much. That was Kieran, everybody. Kieran's the man. What can I say? Radio Saorsa, bringing you creamy, chocolatey sounds through the night. Oh, let me take this stupid thing off. Right, okay, so I need to get the other headset back on because that connects me into the green room so Kieran can whisper sweet nothings into my ear, or in case he needs a cup of tea and I need to get Barry to go and get him a cup of tea or something. Did my mic go off there? I missed my mic. Right. See, that's the thing with this lovely new mic, right? It's got like a really delicate sort of like touch sensitive switch right underneath it. And it's so annoying because I've switched it off a couple of times. Okay, so there's something I need to speak to you about. Okay, this is what I want to say. It's all to do with TWEEDDALE. We got labelled rebels. Now, some people might embrace that. I don't actually, not in this context, because the SNP are supposed to be a party of democracy. Kieran and I touched on that, and we touched on that it has two jobs as well: government and activism. And we know that the activism part is not as engaged as it should be. Okay? But they do a great job with government. They just need to do a little bit more of the activism. Well, the leadership needs to do a little bit more of the activism. So when a member of the leadership creates a resolution that perpetuates a motion of activism, like what John Swinney's done, and it really isn't active enough, and then activists like us come along, well, the TWEEDDALE lot, and want to change that to be more in tune with the mechanisms available to take that resolution forward, say, better, and we get labelled rebels or worse, what does that say about the leadership? I mean, I'm a proud member of the SNP. I will vote for them. I will fight for them. I will celebrate with them when they win. And I expect the party to be the vehicle that it's supposed to be for that, for independence. I expect them to back me up, to be able to drive that activism forward. I expect it to use every means possible to allow the sovereign people of Scotland to express themselves when it comes to our liberty. Measuring this on the number of seats, as John Swinney wants to do, boggles my mind. He wants to win enough seats, a majority of seats, to carry that forward and then go and ask for a Section 30. Now, we could have 35% of the vote and have 60 seats. Okay, we wouldn't have the majority of seats, but we could even have, say, 40% of the vote and have a majority. But that's not more than 50% of the popular vote. That's not good enough for the international community. It's good enough for political control. But it's good enough for hegemony and continuity, but it's dirty. It's dirty, dirty, dirty. It's not clean. It's minging. It lacks vision. It truly lacks vision, and it's vision that our people need. A vision of something clean, something easy to understand, something decisive. A yes-no vote, one that truly says, I am Scottish and I want my liberty. One that says yes. And we have that mechanism and we have that vision. The clean-cut, straightforward yes-no. The list. Clean as in either of the parties, any of the parties of independence or not. Clean as in you don't need to vote both votes SNP, or you can vote both votes SNP as long as you're voting for an independence party. Clean as in the whole movement for our liberty can vote and be happy to be represented with that vote. I'm going to ask you, who wouldn't want that? mic. Oh, it's on. Oh, we're lucky there. Right, so the last thing I'm going to talk about tonight is your 15 minutes of activism, your homework. Your homework is so important, all right? This is where you guys, the activists, go out and you do what you do. So next time we come on, you can say, I spoke to 3 people yesterday. I spoke to somebody in the queue in Asda. I spoke to somebody on the bus. I sent an email off. I liked and reposted 10 posts on social media about Scottish independence. I'm going to be perfectly blunt here with you. If you're not doing that, okay, when we lose, you've only got yourselves to blame. All right? Seriously, there are people out there doing 100 times more than what you see people do here just now, like me and even just you guys, right? You need to be doing this, and if you're not doing it, you need to be thinking, maybe I should go and do something, and then encouraging other people to do 15 minutes of activism. Digital activism, 15 minutes of it is nothing. It's you sitting taking a poo, That's what it is. You're sitting down, taking a poop, right? And you can do all your likes and shares and a couple of comments on a couple of posts, taking somebody's YouTube video and sharing that on like a few of the groups. By the time you've wiped your bare arse, you've done your 15 minutes of activism. All right? Great stuff. Glad we're all on board with that. Right. There was a song I was going to play towards the end. It's another one of the sort of like upbeat EDM type things that we've been playing. All the kids love that shit, man. Or is it rap? I don't know. I can't get my head around it anyway. Regardless, we are going to be off air for about 2 or 3 nights because I'm going to try something new. Okay, yes, I'm always about trying something new. I'm building up my playlists just now, right? And my playlists are getting built up so I can broadcast a pre-built playlist of music, jingles and podcasts from about 6 o'clock in the morning for about 10 hours and then come live at 10 o'clock. And then do a through the night thing between midnight and 6 a.m. and then come on and change it all over again. That is the goal. So for the next few days, I'm actually going to be building those playlists and creating them. So sometime, hopefully this week, we'll experiment with a 12-hour one and we'll move that forward to make it cool. So this is a message to anybody who is a budding creator, anybody who has something positive to say about Scottish independence, is I'm quite happy to take anything you want to make. If you want to make a 2-minute jingle saying, hey, my name is Bryce Goodall. I love this tune. And do you know what? I love independence and I want it because blah, 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 blah. All right? You do that. You get in touch with me at info@sourcescot.com and tell me and what is you wanting to do. I will give you the mechanisms to send me that file. Okay, and then I'll turn it into a jingle. I will insert it into the playlist and it will get played. And then your voice will be part of the Radio Saorsa movement. Okay, that's what we want to do. The more activists we've got doing that, the more voices we have collectively, the louder we become and the more interesting things become as well. Right, let me see if this works. Yes, that was really loud, wasn't it? Bloody hell, man. Right, we're going to be done and dusted. Have a great day. I'm going to play this out and I'll see you all in a couple of days when we get for this all finished. you? Who wants me to play it? Is it that one? The one that tells everybody that Scotland's ready? You want me to play that one? I've got to play that every time. Let me find it then. Here it is. I'm putting it into the playlist now. I'm waiting for the whole thing to catch up. Okay. Here it comes. Do you want me to play it? Do you want me to play it? Do you? I'm waiting. Just tell me. Waiting for Eddie. Speak to you later.